Look at this little fake laser beam here. This is eating away at this plastic. Now, my daughter had this since 2016 at all her other apartments outside, and it didn't do anything just to the last couple months since I've been here. Look, it's just eating it up. Something fierce. Look at that. Just since I've been out here, whatever it is just eating away at this plastic, something fierce. Again, I was here in 16 and 17 at Richmond, and we keep this stuff outside, and it was still practically new when I got here. But just within the last month or two, whatever this laser beam is beaming down over here. The reason why I can't even sit on this porch is eating away at this plastic, something crazy. Look, all that is broken. It's been melted away. Not necessarily melted, but something is going on. This stuff is brand new. But when I sit outside, this here is like, it's not like a sun or anything. Let me see if I can find it. It's like that little laser beam right there. Let's see, there we go. You see it moving around. This thing here just constantly out here every day, just burning the fuck out of me. I can't even sit outside, so I'm really a prisoner. I can't walk because everywhere I go, see that little beam right there? It follows me everywhere I go. Look. So I can't even walk outside because it follows me everywhere.
How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing? That's great. And now I'm just trying to sit out here on this here porch. Let's see. We're gonna find. I'm just looking around elsewhere. See that? Is that little blue thing down there? What is that? So you see, I don't know what that is. Let's see. I'm trying to capture it. Whatever it is burning the daylights out of this. And that just started again since I've been here within these last few months. She had this on every other porch at her other places, and this stuff was brand new just recently. Brand new. It's not brand new because we had it for a while, but you know what I'm saying. It was in mint condition. It was in mint condition until this here 300-degree laser beam started burning me, holding me prisoner in this house, this laser beam. Ah, shit. See that laser beam right there? Holding me prisoner in this house. They don't even want me walking. Because this is what happened. Now, this is supposed to be December now. But when I got here in July, they was putting up all the Christmas stuff at the stores. But my phone, my reality says July, and they was acting as though it was Christmas around here when I got here, or about to be Christmas, because the stores were putting up all the trees, Christmas trees and stuff. And so whatever this fake daylight is over here, this is a government facility. It's a government site here. I want you to see, because over there, I'm gonna go outside. Hold on. Now, mind you, the heat index outside where I am on that porch, it feels like it's about 200 degrees. It's so burning hot, I can't even go out there. I like scorching that. I've been living all my life, and ain't no sun never been. I feel like the sun is just right at our front door. Ain't never been that damn hot before. And mind you, this is supposed to be Christmas here, right? You also see the vines. Where you at, little thingy? There you go. It's supposed to be Christmas around here. But to me, And sometimes even when the weather says it's going to be 50 degrees or 60 degrees, it's always feel like it's about 100 degrees out here to me. And I know I ain't tripping because that chair wouldn't be melting or being destructive like that, being destroyed like that if it was 50 or 60 degrees or 70 or 80, whatever degrees it says it's supposed to be for December that my cell phone tells me that it is, then it would be impossible for that chair to look like that now, wouldn't it? So, but you know, my case is against these here government officials, and all I'm thinking is just HAARP. And we all know HAARP controls the weather. So all I'm thinking is just HAARP got that laser beam on me 24/7, as one person threatened and said the weather gonna keep you hostage. Now, I'm in a gated building. They took the truck. For some reason, somebody don't want me to move around. They don't want me to have work. They don't want me to move around. For whatever reason, I have no clue. You see, that's a field across the street and one of those swamps. They have water in the middle. So there's water in the middle of that swamp across the street. So, and they don't even have sidewalks over here. Look, this is just grass, and then you have the streets, and the cars drive really close to the curb. And then across the streets, it's a long field, but it has that water in between it, like some kind of swamp or something, a bayou or a swamp. And then on the other side over there, is the exact same thing. And so you have a few little places within walking distance over here that I tried to go. One lady, a Philippine, I tried to see if I could work in her shop, but the little couple places over here are all government ran places, and so they already know to expect me and to tell me certain stuff anyways. I give an example. When I was in Las Vegas in 19, I went to the cosmetology board. One of the first things I did, because you know I have to renew my license. So I went there, and I just so happened to stand up and look behind that lady's computer because everybody seemed to be doing the same thing. So this time, just very impulsive, I stood up and looked behind this Philippine computer right off the 215 at Durango. This lady had a picture of my face on her computer like I was a terrorist. And so I noticed that behavior though, 13, 14, 15, that everywhere I go, people seem to be getting some kind of direct message on their computer screen, or it's just something about me pops up instantly, or they know me everywhere I go. So this particular time in 19, what I did was I stood up and I just blatantly just looked over the lady's computer, and lo and behold, she had my picture on her computer like I was a Philippine Asian descent lady, as though I was a terrorist. At that place over there on 215 at Durango in Las Vegas, that cosmetology board is ran by all Philippine and Asians. Now, before I left, they had the one on Sahara right near Eastern, Maryland Parkway, up in that area. But when I went to that one, I put my head up to the glass. That one was gone. Everybody in Vegas telling me that cosmetology board is no longer there. So then I asked the Philippine lady, I think her name is Jamai, J-A-I, something like that. When I asked her, I said, well, does Gloria Alexander work here? Does Annie Curtis work here? Is Nadine over here? Some of the old people names that I knew from that cosmetology board in Las Vegas. When I asked her, she said, no, none of them are there. Is Gwendolyn Chaney here? She said, no, none of them was there. But yet on those cosmetology, on the new license and the ones at 19 and 20, Gwen names appear on the board for the cosmetology. And the lady in 2019 just blatantly lied and said Gwen don't work there, that she was not over there anymore, but yet her name appears on those licenses. So it appears that someone is trying to steal my entire reality and replacing it with their reality is what it appears. Everything that I know to be true, everything that I know to be right is now kind of wrong. So another similar situation was in 2020, this girl named Angela Black, what's the other girl name? Malika. I saw Malika right before I left in October. Malika, my auntie's husband and a few other people, they still go over to Continental Beauty Salon. And Malika says she's going over there to work. Angie says she's going over there to work. And Malika said her cousin was working over there. But every time I go to Continental, the whole plaza is deserted. I put my head up to the wall, and it's in the same location, they say. I put my head up to the glass, and everything is gone. Well, my brother did the same thing. He was going to this attorney for a while, and now he says the last time the attorney told him meet him at the office, at his office, because he called him on the phone, meet him in my office. My brother said, when he get there, the whole damn office is gone. So it's that kind of stuff right there. I have more incidents of these here particular situations, but that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. It's some things are there for other people's, because I know Vegas got this new Las Vegas or when they started playing with this here scientific new dimension kind of stuff, then they start putting everybody in a certain class or in a certain day zone. That's what they call a certain day zone, when they start playing around with human beings being in a virtual reality somewhat. So they start playing around with that. So somebody kind of like, it almost feel like somebody took me out of my natural habitat, my natural reality, and go try to create their own reality for my life. That's kind of what I feel like a little bit. So I try to prove certain stuff. I'm still the same person. I don't care what reality you put me in. I'm the best hairdresser in America. I have a house at 1450 Water Creek. I have a business called Granny's Beauty Center. I have my nonprofit, my mom's organization. I have my CDC, Granny Advanced Cosmetology CDC, and Granny's Missionary CDC, and a host of other stuff. But somebody just blatantly, in their new dimension, want to move me out of Las Vegas so they can pretend to be Samaya in their new dimension, so to speak. Or within their gaming, I should say. Somebody thought they can just come and uproot me. Now, I've been working hard like a Hebrew slave all my life. And somebody thought they can just come in and just take all my shit, throw me over in Houston, force you to work for beans, and then just take your shit. Well, I got millions of dollars worth of asset. You can put me any motherfucking dimension you want. Just pay me for, if you want my shit. If you want to play somebody, play Barbara. Just give me my motherfucking money. I'll move on out y'all way. Give me what I invested in. My investment, my profits, pay me for my assets. You can play Samaya, you can play Peaches, you can play any motherfucking body you want, but just buy me out. I'll move my ass somewhere else, and y'all can play me in Vegas all you want. I don't mind. I just want to be a paid bitch. Pay me at the end of the day. And y'all can be somebody if you want to, Las Vegas. Y'all can have grannies, but you got to buy. You just can't take a motherfucking shit and then force me to live on the streets. And now today, or within the last week, now my daughter has to put me out the house. So she says, by the end of March, I want you out. That's what Amaya Coco said. By the end of March, she want me out. And I'm still waiting on Vegas. Give me my damn money. The courts, give me some money. I've been telling them, but the courts are also playing. They got their own dimension. Dimensions are just like having their own slaves. And they forcing slaves in their certain territories. So if, hypothetically, say Catherine, that's who my case against. Catherine Cortez is who my case against is A-704653-C, Department 31. That's public information. You can Google that and find it. It'll say Samaya Hodges versus Catherine Cortez. Let's hypothetically say, I'm not going to use hers, but anybody. Let's say any corrupt government official. What they want to do, let's say if they steal your property on paper, then they try to guide their herd, or if you were like cows or sheep or something, they guide their herds to one certain territory, and they're gonna force you to work in their territory. Well, I wouldn't have never been in Houston. I don't want to be in Houston. I'm forced to be in Houston. I got some shit in Las Vegas. I'm trying to get back, but somebody just gonna force me out of Las Vegas, force me into this here, look like, from what I've been seeing lately, Mexican territory. And now gonna force me to work, gonna force my daughter out of my life, force my daughter to be your celebrity chick with the invisible children, all this here old kind of stuff. Sweetie, you gonna have to find you some more niggas, because this one ain't available. Lamaya, I know she's smart, beautiful, and all that, but that was my investment. That's my motherfucking child. You don't have the right to keep my baby out of my life. She is adopted, and you don't have the right to keep her out of my life. Out of my life, Catherine. See this up here? This is a government site. Even look at this, the paint on this shit here. That sun is this fake, because it's like a fake beam posing as a sun, and it's eating up everything. Look. That's the paint on the bar. This shit here is so hot, it's too hot for human beings. They posing as fake sun. Harp government got this fake sun, and it's too hot. You know, if it's too hot for these metal poles, that it'll burn the paint off the damn poles. You know, this here fake sun shit is too hot for any human being. Yeah. This is too hot, America. This is ridiculous. And so they just come in, just gonna steal a person's property. So I feel sorry as you, mainly the people that are targets are those who own homes, because they try to do through trickery language in contract. They call it property theft, because your body is called your property. You have a real personal and intellectual property. That is called property theft. And then they create little scenes like this, because I'm right outside the door. That's the scene for me. I guess it's the grave site right there, because they know I'm gonna do this. This is what they do 24/7. Now let's find out who owns this corporation, who claiming this territory, and who got me stuck over here in Houston. Let's see. So I wanted you to see that paint. And then another thing I want you to see is architect structure. The buildings are structured. See, all these got like little houses with holes in the house, holes in the house, holes in the house. And so these are, every last one of them buildings have the same thing on their holes in the house. So architectural design means something to government elected officials. Everything means something. How you see, say Avenue E. Avenue E is like an east as in Washington, D.C., Philadelphia. Dulles is as Dulles, D-U-L-L-E-S, Dulles or Dulles. All of that stuff means something to these here government officials. So I'm on the Avenue E, which is supposed to be government. This is their facility. So somebody, I know Trump and Biden is still, they kind of overrode what the Supreme Court told them. The Supreme Court of Missouri gave me back my life. The governor gave me back my life. Everybody gave me back my life. But every time they keep putting these here presidents in office, they keep doing shit contrary to what the law said. And those orders cannot be reversed. They cannot be overturned. But they, if you don't know, they just gonna do it anyways with their gang. Because now they're just the largest organized crime. They're just gangbang. Because technically Trump nor Biden was supposed to be in the office. Their positions are that of a terrorist, because in 15 that whole house should have been revamped and redid in 15, because all that activity came after 15 was fraudulent. But whether it was or whether it's not, I'm not here to debate all that. But what I am here to debate is to say that Trump nor Biden, you can't sign a new executive order over something that the Supreme Court already fixed. They told y'all to give me my money, and then Mr. Biden came back in and gonna try to take the money right back after the Supreme Court told him to give it to him. Then he gonna come back in and sign another executive order and tell them not to do it. Well, that's fraudulent, that's illegal, that's unconstitutional, that's acts of terrorism, that shows that he is some type of terrorist trying to jeopardize the lives of the American citizens, knowing that I am the #1 target, being treated like this, going against all of the constitutional provisions and articles and everything. And he allowed the whole world to see the worst crime or violations or deprivation known to the world. I can only assume that Biden is trying to cause a war on American soil, because America went to war with other peoples in different countries for less deprivation than this. So you allowed the entire world to witness it, America, and then you do this level of deprivation. I can only assume that Trump and Biden wants a civil war, because now I have 50 billion witnesses, because everybody has access to me. So I have 50 billion witnesses. Then you deprive me of my life to this, I mean, the worst form known to America or to the world civilization, and then you allow everybody in the world to witness it. I can only assume you want a global attack, America. I can only assume you want the international courts to declare war. That's all I can assume. That maybe for whatever reason, y'all trying to start a war. Maybe America want the global war. Again, this is just all that paint building, peeling off the fence, just like those chairs are. See how that fake laser beam, see what it done to those chairs? It's doing the same thing to the paint on this gate. So I can only assume that Biden and Trump and all the other people, the Department of Justice and all the other people who are not cooperating with the court system, or merely trying to, or want some type of massacre or a civil war. Otherwise they would do their jobs. So I can only assume that's what it is. Again, America went to war with people who have done their people much less worse than what they're doing to me. And then America got so cocky and so bold, we're gonna allow the whole entire world to witness us fuck you out your life. So I can only assume that that's what Trump and Biden wants, is one of the largest massacres and a global attack, since they allow the entire, I'm the main #1 media targeted person. That means that everybody has access to me. And then Trump and Biden and Barack, y'all still refuse to obey the court orders. Then I can only assume that that's what you're trying to do, cause a war. Maybe y'all going for a depopulation or something. Maybe you trying to go for a global attack. Maybe y'all want a massacre, a black massacre. Who knows? You're not you have instructed the justice system blatantly, a blatant violation of the court orders, and you guys are continuing. I am protected. I entered into a peace treaty with America. America must say, fuck you. They still bombing on me. They still targeting me. I gave America the case. They don't want it. I entered into a peace treaty with America in 1516. I entered into a peace treaty, and they still refuse to give me my house. The governor gave, per my application, gave me what I asked for, which is that Emancipation Proclamation for me and my babies and my daughters, to free us, that we have our own society, that technically they're police officers and none of them have the rights to detain us in their prison systems. They don't have the right to hold me and mine in their prison system. America, nor its employees, do not have the right to hold me, my child, or my family in any of their holdings, not military holdings, not police holdings, not personal holdings. America don't have that right. I separated myself from America and this government, and I have my own society. Your own society means that you govern yourself. You govern your own people. You govern your own babies. That America does not have the right to hold me or none of my family members in any type of holding. This is a holding because I'm not free to walk. They hold in my vehicle because I'm not free to move around. So they hold in my money, which is causing me to still be American president in this government facility. I don't have freedom, liberty, because I'm still stuck in this here government facility. Without transportation, they gave me my money. I will have transportation and housing. I have a home, not an apartment building. They gave me my house. I will have some form of liberty and freedom. They gave me back my transportation, and then they got the nerve to still hold my baby girl hostage. I told her I do not want her to work as a doctor. She wants to work with her mother. I want her back here with me only. I am her only bodyguard. I don't want her working as a doctor. I said that on the 15 documents. When I filed with the Supreme Court of Missouri, my daughter is not to have no kind of relations or involvement with all this here gaming, with none of government's medical shit, period. My baby is not to have no involvement with none of it. We have enough credentials where if she just want to open up a little small office to just take temperatures and write us some antibiotic prescription. That's all we wanted, just an innocent old doctor's office. But now we don't even want that. She don't want to be a doctor because she's still trying to find ways to get home to her mother. So by her saying she don't want to be a doctor, she waiting on America to release her. She does not want a doctor. Take your certificates back, America. I told you at 15, I didn't want my baby to be a part of y'all. I lost her when she went to college. She wants to go in business right here. If we're going to be homeless, let's be homeless together. I don't want her involved in none of your activities, none of y'all corrupt cloning and replicas and whatever y'all doing. Gaming, Machiavelli experiences. We don't want no involvement in America. We just want pure life. Pure life. I don't want that on her conscience. I don't want that on most people that do autopsies and doctors and stuff. Majority of these people, at the end of the day, they at some point, most of them become schizophrenias, or they go to the bars and talk to the bartenders or drink a lot, become alcoholics because they can't process that. The average brain can't process that level of cruelty. That is definitely a scar on their conscience. So I told America, I don't want my baby to have no involvement with this stuff, none. Get her out of your test sites, wherever you have her, bring her home. We don't want no parts of her. I don't want her to be a doctor, America. And if I have her a doctor, we going through some natural uniform commercial code law as far as doctors are concerned. I do not want her to be a doctor. And then one more other thing, I demand that America, his government, his presidents, and everybody else in here to cease, unblock my family's properties, to unseize their properties, to stop talking, mind engineering my child, give them back their proper identities, their proper visuals, their proper mannerism, their proper love, their conscience. I want all of that restored under executive orders. When the president says block certain properties of Ukraine, or block or seize certain properties of Ukraine, this and that, whatever that is. Sometimes when they say that, they mean they blocking the properties of an individual. So I know you guys, this may be Greek to you and you may not understand everything I'm saying, but it's okay. But it's for those who do. I want them to unblock Lamaya, Amaya, and my siblings and my family's properties. Now I demand that, America, there's not a law on planet Earth that can give you the rights to their intellectual property and the rights for you to change their behaviors. I want Coco's property unblocked. She's a loving little girl. She loves her mom, and all she ever did all her life was wanted to take care of mom. She would never put her motherfucking mama out on the streets with no money. Nobody, no black child does that. So you know there's a trick to all this shit. My baby would never, ever, all her life, all she ever expressed was taking care of her mom. Mom, you stay at home, let me take care of you. But now, since they blocked her properties, she wants to put her mom out on the streets. But you can tell it's so not her. Then the next second, right after she says it, then she's back lovey-dovey again. Proved all y'all shit in the court of law, America. You're going to have to let one escape. Y'all going to have to let one escape. I'm sorry. Barack, you're going to have to undo what the courts already did. That you don't have the right to take away a person's substantial rights. No court in the world. I, myself, through those motions filed through Missouri, unblocked all of Barack's executive orders in relations to me and my family's natural pure life. I had them to reverse all those orders, America. Why is each one of your white presidents coming back in there trying to take away that is a permanent fix. You can't keep coming back in there doing some shit behind the scenes, because that is unlawful. That is a permanent fix, America. when I had them to undo all of those executive orders that is preventing me from a pure, natural life, America, and me and my babies and my family. I fixed that in the Missouri, through the Missouri courts.